Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to install a STEDI light bar. So let's unbox this puppy and see what we're dealing with. Alright, well, first opening it up, looks like it's come with some really nice packaging, little catalogue, some different mounts, some zip ties. Yep. Oh. So this is the light. So I've gone with the ST4K, which is 40 LEDs. It's 22 inch. And I'll link it down below. Okay, so first look at it, it's really well made. It's super tough. It's gonna look sweet on the front of the Sprinter. So, got some various mounts, side mounts and bottom mounts. And they're easy to install wiring harness. And we've also added some anti-theft locks. So today we're going to be using the bottom brackets. So I've got all the pieces. It does come with side mounts as well, which are real nice. But our bar's not set up to take that unless I drill some holes. So, bottom locking mounts. So when you're ordering, depending on what type of fixture you're going to use, either bottom or the top brackets, make sure you get the right locking mounts for that, because these are the bottom ones. I have no idea how they work, so that should be fun. Cool, so they're all our pieces. I'm going to go measure out exactly where the holes are on the van, so I know where the mounts will fit. Alrighty, so the bottom brackets just slot in, so it's got a little slot. Just slot that straight in. Pretty easy. Now, the holes I've measured for the van that are pre-drilled, 435 wide. Which will sit nicely. Roughly around there. Cute. Okay, so I just had to measure up the holes and the screws and how everything's going to go in. The screws that were in the van in front of the bull bar actually won't fit in to the bracket with this on and the bracket on and sit flush. So had to find an alternative, which is lucky. The side mounts actually came with an additional screw, so that'll go in and it fits the thread on the front. So to put it together, bracket simply goes on like this and the bolt goes through like everything's difficult, like so, yeah. And then my locking nut will go on the outside, or anti-theft nut will go on the outside like that, and you can't get to it. Simple so far. And then the wiring. Cool. So I'm going to get to that and get everything together, and then we'll look at the wiring. So then you have to attach the attachments with a couple of little screws. So I just marked it on the vehicle so I know where they go. Okay, so now that that's all done, we'll go put it on the front of the van with the screws now with Now with the locking nuts, make sure you get some lube on them, otherwise they'll seize up. Cool. Let's get this puppy on. So just feed the wire in the back here. That's out of the way. Okay, let's try that the third time. Get this puppy on. Make sure you mark where these go. So I've had to get some extra hands because it's a little challenging. Of course, we don't have the right tools. I need a socket thing. Don't know. Yeah. I'm actually going to be able to time it. Okay, so we got that on. We had to change it up a little bit, but let's check it out. Yep, not bad. This is from the old light bar. We're going to have to pull that out, reroute it. So the new light bars come with its own harness, and that goes through the firewall here. In under here somewhere. Under there somewhere, and into the battery, which is inside. Which you can see there's quite a bit going on in here already. Yeah, so this is from the old light bar, so I'm going to trace that around, and there's already a button installed, so we might switch that out to the new one as well. Anyway, let's do it. Alrighty, now that we have successfully put the bar on, this is the wiring harness that it comes with. It goes all the way out to a switch. That goes into the actual light bar, goes onto the chassis, and then positive and negative into the main house battery, and this goes onto the back of our high beam light. So it comes with a few extra pieces as well, so we can tap into the back of the light. Hopefully that's easy. Also, remember that before you start playing with any wires, you need to disconnect the negatives to break the circuit so you don't get electrocuted. Yeah. Plug and play, they said. Plug and play. Okay. Right. So, I just need to tie that all up and yeah, one piece done. So I have to undo some of the dash where I can get to the wiring, the old wiring. I've got to take some of this old wiring out. It runs up through the dash, all up under here somewhere, and then out through the firewall. Up to the new one to hopefully pull it through the firewall and into the battery. I'm not sure that's actually going to reach, to be honest. It's a bit short, so I'm going to have to extend that. The next day. Well, so I was a little bit stumped yesterday, Arvo, with the wiring, and I just couldn't get it to work. But I had a friend who helped me, and now gave me a couple of recommendations of what to try, and now we're on. So I'm going to show you the rest of the wiring now that I've got it working. So the light bar comes up into the relay, which comes with the actual kit, which is this relay here. Where it got a bit tricky is you're supposed to piggyback the relay. You're supposed to piggyback the relay off your main headlights, because there was a light bar on here already that already plugged into the positive, and that goes into the positive of the headlight jack, but you have to ground that as well. So I've got a ground running out the back and onto the chassis. That's where I got stuck yesterday. So that completes the actual circuit. And then I've got the power point, or the plug, sorry, the switch, the rocker switch, is running up over there, tucked up nice and neat, and in through the firewall there. Yep, they're just pre-drill holes, they just come out. They just unplug, and then that runs in through into under the dash. I can't see it really, but it comes out through the firewall here, and then up under the dash, and then up to the light bar rocker switch. Cool. So, and then it goes in, pulled it in through, followed the same route from the last one, and we've wired up a positive and negative with the fuse that came with the kit. There's other stuff here that from the last part of the van, whoever owned it last. There's a lot of bits and pieces, so excuse the mess. But yeah, that's it. New high beam light bar. Yeah, go to high beam. Well, that's the end of the light bar install. It's all up and working, works with the high beams and the rocker switch. It was a little bit more challenging than what I thought it would be, and I did have to phone a friend for a little bit of advice. But yeah, got there in the end, and hopefully this video helps you install yours. If you like the video and you want to follow along with the next episodes of the van build, feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, all that kind of stuff, and comment down below and let me know if these are the types of videos that you want to see, or if there's something in particular you would like me to video. So yeah, cool. See you in the next one.
Thank you.